On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, so get started. Let's get ready. Of course, first of all, we have to discuss the new signing. Fabio Vieira has been announced with the number 21 shirt, and it seems like Fabio Vieira is very excited to be joining Arsenal. And of course, Edu has been very, very busy getting this deal done and also working on getting other deals done, such as the Eddie Nketiah new deal. And he's currently working on trying to get Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal. So he's been busy on the phone, getting in touch with those Brazilians like Gabriel Jesus. And this deal seems very, very close. You will be seeing Gabriel Jesus in Arsenal kit very soon, of course. Now let's get into another Brazilian. It seems like Leeds have knocked back Arsenal's initial bid for the Brazilian, but we're gonna have to see where we go from here. It looks like Leeds have found their replacement for Raphinha in Cody Gakpo, and there's been an update on the Argentinian Lisandro Martinez. It seems like the price tag has been set by the club Ajax. They want around 40 million euros. We're going to discuss this plus more on today's show, in addition to the latest news on Yuri Tillemans and a big update on Fabian Ruiz. What's going on, guys? The Kitty G on AGTV, and we're back again with another video. Hope everybody is well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to get on to everything in a second. But before we do that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us know. Today's question is, do you think Raphinha is a better player right now than Bukayo Saka? And also, if he comes in, where do you think he's going to play? In addition to that, let us know where you're calling from always, and big up to all the people. We're going to get through it. But we got Monty in the house. Monty's back in the house. Monty, what's good?
Hey guys, I'm not too bad. Thank you. Thanks for asking. How are you, Gal? You good?
I'm good, man. You've seen the energy, you've seen the vibes, you've seen Arsenal fans have rattled the whole Premier League. It is amazing. Or you know what? It's not Arsenal fans. It's Arsenal transfer window has rattled.
Mate.
The whole Premier League has been rattled by Arsenal, and it's freaking lovely. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I seen this might not be all fans in every fan base, but I seen Manchester United fans saying, you know what, we haven't done any transfer business. Where's our transfer business? We need to do stuff. Where's our stuff? I've seen Liverpool fans say, you know what, our transfer window is done, but Arsenal's looking very ambitious. We should have signed Raphinha. We should have signed this guy. I'm seeing Chelsea fans crying, literally crying, saying Lukaku's leaving. Why aren't we getting Gabriel Jesus? He's perfect for us. On top of that, the best one of all, people crying and saying, where are they getting their money from?
Oh, mate, honestly, we've always had money, though. That's the thing. It's just the owners never spent it. We're the third richest owners. Well, our club's owners are the third richest owners in the league.
Bro, it is amazing to see the vibes. By the way, you got Tottenham fans now saying Richarlison is better than Gabriel Jesus and Raphinha.
Oh, mate,
by the way, this is actually hilarious. And if you think I'm trolling and you think I'm not serious, listen, I got evidence. I could bring it to the table. You seen my tweet. My tweets are like, what, 1,000 plus likes already. These guys, everyone's seen it. They're so rattled.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I inject it, man, because it was for years. We'd always look at, I don't know, it would be the likes of United, it'd be Chelsea, it'd be City, Liverpool. They'd just be buying their players. And we're sitting there. We're sitting there like, what's going on?
Let's stop Arsenal from signing Jesus. What?
Literally.
You got this one saying, where's Arsenal's money? Where are Arsenal getting all the money from? It is actually hilarious at this point. I'm loving it. But yo, let's go to the chat, Monty, and then we're gonna get into transfer stuff in a second. We're already 4 minutes in. Love everybody's support and everything, but let's get into it. We got Tammy saying hi. We got people saying hi. What's up? What's good, people? What's good? Time to make a brew. Big up to you, bro. Make your tea and listen to us talk football for the next 45 to an hour. What are we waiting for? You're waiting for the club to now show the level of ambition that they've been showing. It's been a while. They haven't shown this ambition in a minute, and I am very, very, very happy. Big up Monty. People are saying big up Monty. It's calm.
Cheers, guys.
We haven't done it yet. Yes, you're right. We have not done it yet. Iga, you're doing a good job. Big up. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Yo, I don't know why Cam always messages me on a Saturday show, bro. When I do the call-in shows on Sunday or Monday night, jump in on there, bro. I'm not doing a call-in show right now. But yeah, enough about that. let's get straight into the news. There is a lot of news to discuss. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
news to discuss. Where do we begin? Should we begin with Raphinha? Should we begin with Martinez, or should we begin with the big one, Gabriel Jesus? Because the Gabriel Jesus stuff is the biggest story yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I think
So
we'll start with Gabriel Jesus just because well, we know the most on it. It's happening. It's done. It's all done. It's it. He's our man. He's our man. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Unbelievable player. Unbelievable player. Four Premier Leagues this guy's got. A winning mentality. It's the first time we've done intent to buy an absolute baller like this. Do you know what I mean? Like the last, Aubameyang, you could say was that sort of player, but this is just a different breed. He's prime proven, absolute machine. And then if we're going in with Raphinha as well, who's gonna not replace Saka but just compete with Saka. Oh, it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan. It's just a good time to be an Arsenal fan.
what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because with all the stress and all the problems that we've had in the past, this is some light at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. And not only did we get a confirmation from Ben Jacob the other day with the verbal agreement, yesterday we got the confirmation from Fabrizio, and we got the confirmation from David Ornstein himself.
Himself.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with Fabrizio, because Fabrizio did say he said the Gabriel Jesus thing yesterday, and it set everyone alight for about, what was it, 23 hours ago he said this, and since then everyone's been getting very excited. The deal is pretty much done and dusted. Everything has been agreed pretty much. So let's just go straight into it and show you guys what we're talking about. If you want to just read that for me, Monty, as I do something quickly.
Yeah, and of course, as you can see it there, guys, Arsenal Man City have reached a full verbal agreement today for Gabriel Jesus. A deal in place after new meeting. Been told guaranteed fee is 45 million. Arsenal are now working on personal terms with Gabriel's camp. Final step to get the deal completed very soon. But there's more to add as well. Apparently it's 45 upfront and 10 add-ons.
Did he tweet another tweet to go with this?
No, this was who was it today? The Daily Mail. They updated their article from earlier today at like 4:30.
Okay, Daily Mail. Let me just go pull that up. But yeah, so what did the Daily Mail say?
It was along the lines of the deal was 45, and then because it was who was the author? Oh, I can't remember. Honestly, there's been so much to go through. Hang on, I'll have to put it up. But yeah, 45 up front. That's a bargain in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? For Gabriel Jesus to get a player like that, I mean, he's easily worth, in my opinion, he needs to be worth 60 million personally. Yeah. And for us to actually flex our muscles a bit and close it like that is good to see. It's good to see. It's promising as well, because I think for years a lot of Arsenal fans have been sort of angry at the board. I myself, at sort of just the way that we'd buy players, we'd buy them for way too much, and would sell our players for nothing, and it's just been frustrating to see. So it's nice, and that's why when Nuno Tavares got slapped with that 40 million tag, I was like, yes, go on, Edu. This is what I like to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got, if you're going to rate the player, you've got to back him and put the price on it. We're not a feeder club to all everyone's here. If you want to buy players, sure, spend the money because they're quality players. Simple.
Bro, that is a fact right there. Because in my opinion, if we are not willing to spend the money and to show that we need to make adequate improvements in the squad, when are we gonna spend money? Because in my opinion, we've needed to spend this money in a long time. We needed to get over the line and get stuff done for a while now. And with all the reports that Edu and Arteta and the board are looking to possibly spend up to close 200. To in and around 200 million,
215.
It gives me a level of confidence going into next season that I haven't had in a long time. Now, just so we can be clear for the running order, this is where it originally started. Originally, Jesus' verbal agreement was agreed on the 22nd, as Ben Jacob reported, right? Ben Jacob reported this. Then that was
from the football terrace.
Yeah, from the football terrace. Then from there, we had yesterday the report from Fabrizio, and also another report from David Onstein, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday in regards to Gabriel Jesus. So here's another report that we had about a couple days prior in regards to Gabriel Jesus, where the deal will be done for around a fee of 50 million pounds in the next 7 days, right? The next day, we then found out the news from Chris Wheatley, where he said the fee would actually be around 45 million pounds. So some contradicting reports there. But now we are finally getting the clarity that we needed with Fabrizio Romano saying it's a 45 million pound deal, and then David Onstein also coming out and saying a similar thing. And it looks like Gabriel Jesus will now be an Arsenal player. So yeah, so that's where we are. That's the running order of everything. Ben Jacobs reported about 24 hours ago. He reported this also. He said Gabriel Jesus around 45 million pounds and around 10 million lower than Man City's original evaluation. So we've negotiated it down by 10 million. What else do we have here? No, they're just talking about the price. David Onstein said the same thing. He gave it the stamp of approval. And now it seems like the deal has been agreed. Everything's done. Personal terms have already been agreed. If you don't know, it's around 220. That's what he's going to be getting per week. And the deal is 100% done 10 hours ago. Everything was confirmed. So Gabriel Jesus, welcome to Arsenal. He will be an Arsenal player. He is going to be an Arsenal player, and it is done and dusted. So yeah, give me your thoughts quickly before we just go to some of the comments.
On it, I think it's I just think it's really good business. I don't see how anyone as a fan could be annoyed at this deal. We've got a serial winner, a player who's been surrounded by the best team in football at the moment, genuinely. And now we've got him for 45 million, which is a bargain, in my opinion, for a player of his caliber and at his age. He's about to hit his prime touch. And we've just gone and flexed the muscles and got him. And he's not. What I'm most excited about is the fact that he is levels above Lacazette. You know what I mean? He's a complete different upgrade. And then we're going to have Eddie and Nketiah also feeding off him as well, because you've got to think Jesus is a bit more senior than Nketiah, but Nketiah is only going to pick up off that.
Just wanted to let you know, what is that? Just wanted to let you know, we are now going to have a Man City fan coming on very, very soon to discuss Gabriel Jesus, because a lot of people don't know, Gabriel Jesus gets a bad rap from rival fans and people in general. He is a really good signing for Arsenal, especially for the price. Man City fans are quite surprised that he's gone for that price. And for people to compare him to
they all talk well of him in my experience.
People compare him to the top strikers when it comes to production, but that's not what he is. He's a big game player. He's somebody who when given the opportunity, we're going to see a different side from him. And I believe that Gabriel Jesus has the quality to take Arsenal to another level. Understand, we had friggin' Lacazette as our striker last season. Now we have Eddie Nketiah, Martinelli, and ESR as our backups. Last season, those three would have been starting games if Saka got injured.
Yeah, literally. I think with Saka as well, because we rely on him so much, that what we're doing with the targets we're bringing in, it's just gonna give him the opportunity to rest, which is the main thing for him, because we saw at the end of last season he just got tired and he needed those days off just to actually help him. It's not detrimental to take him off at those moments. And then we're going to get the depth. So with like Raphinha, and Raphinha's not going to come in to replace Saka. Like Raphinha can also go on the left. Saka could move to the left because, well, he can play anywhere. We've seen it. He can play anywhere and he's still brilliant. So he can go on the left, got Raphinha on the right. And then you've got the depth in Gabby, ESR as well. You've got options. So that's what the most important thing, I think, is the depth. It's the most exciting thing as well, because it means we can do deep runs on several fronts.
Okay, and has Fabrizio tweeted about, if I'm not mistaken, about Raphinha also? He did.
He might have done one earlier, but I don't know if it was a huge update. It's basically the consensus today is that Raphinha is open to coming to Arsenal. That's like the big update. and that Arsenal will go in with a second bid. But that's probably because, and this is just my opinion, this is probably because they know from Leeds what they want now. Like realistically, obviously Leeds are saying like, look, we want 70 million, and Arsenal have gone, right, well, we'll give you probably 50, and then they've done a whole negotiation, and now they've got to the stage. It's like, all right, look, Leeds gone, this is our last offer, sort of match it, and we're probably going to just go, yeah, and it's probably not going to be less than the 70 million, probably around the 60 mark, 65 mark with some bonuses or something like that. But in the whole structure for 65 total. So we'll see. But I that would be my opinion on that.
Okay, let me just show everybody the Raphinha news. So from what you said, 100% agree. That is what I've seen. But reports are saying currently that reports back a few days ago, Arsenal have officially bid for Leeds, and they were low of evaluation. And that reported bid is now the price has come out. Supposedly, we only bid 40 million at the time. 30 million plus 10 million in add-ons. So that is the report there. And now it seems like Arsenal might be raising that valuation to what, 50? If I'm not mistaken, 70 million euros we heard the other day.
Yeah.
So these reports keep going, they keep cooking. But David Ornstein insisted that the efforts to sign Raphinha, and he believes Arsenal are leading the race to sign Raphinha.
Yeah.
And he said this yesterday.
It's open to the deal.
He said this yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just pull it up. This is what he said. David Ornstein, Arsenal are set to intensify the efforts to sign Raphinha. Other clubs are believed to be Arsenal are leading the race for Raphinha, but the player is willing to join the Gunners. Second bid is imminent. So a second bid is imminent, and today we were hearing reports of a second bid already coming in. So this is
the main thing is for the preseason. It's exactly. And I think the main thing as well is the speed at which they're doing it. And I mean, Edu said this. They literally said this in their like sort of conference, the last press conference, and he was saying about how they wanted to get the team together for to have a preseason. They said that basically the deadline would be the 8th of July because that's when we go to Nuremberg. That's like the main thing, and that's the interesting thing. And I think what we'll see is we'll get the priority signings. So that's like the Martinez, Raphinha, they're the ones we're going for. And then the ones such as like Tielemans, the Hickey sort of links. I think with those, what you'll see is Arteta wants to assess the options, because if Brooke Norton-Cuffy has a really good preseason, he does come back from the Euros. He's currently out there now. I believe England are actually playing right now. But yeah, if he comes back, has a really good preseason, we won't necessarily need Hickey. And on top of that, if Xhaka gets some interest from Italy and they do actually put some money down or something like that, then that could speed up. That could speed up other ventures. On top of that as well, we've seen other links with Fabian Ruiz in the last few days, and Fofana as well. Which and looking at the prices, they're both available for about £25 million, £25.8 million. What I saw in reports with the Tielemans was the fact that they wanted 30. They still want 30 to 32 million pounds for him, but Arsenal are not going to pay that. They don't want to spend more than 25. That's why they're sort of looking around for other ones to sort of pressure Leicester into being like, look, like it's not the only option, but we would like a player, you know what I mean? So you just need because there's no other sort of interests at the moment.
Okay. And just before we go to Lisandro Martinez, bro, I just wanted to say one thing to everyone in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. And if you guys got a question, just put the letter Q and then say the question, so we can distinguish what's a question and what's just a regular comment, because it's difficult when the comments are flowing so quickly to keep up with them. Also, the question for today in the chat is: do you think Raphinha is a better player than Saka? Yes or no? I know it's not a yes or no question. There's more to it, but I put it in that format to see what you guys say. Yes, other fans are rattles, guys. Yes, they are. But before we go any further, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I am very excited about the possibility of Raphinha coming. Now, I am just gonna say this. I think there are many reasons why Raphinha should join Arsenal, and I'm just gonna give you guys 6 key reasons why I think he's going to join Arsenal. I did a whole thread on this, if you didn't see, on Twitter. I think Raphinha is an absolute stud of a player. I think if he does come in, he's going to raise his game to a different level that we haven't seen before. And currently from what Raphinha has to offer, Currently, from what Raphinha has to offer, he has been a revelation over there in Leeds.
I reckon it'd be the signing of the summer, personally. If we get him, I think he'll have a bigger impact than Gabriel Jesus.
I 100% agree. So yeah, so just so you guys know, this is going to be the 6 reasons why Raphinha is perfect for Arsenal, and I'm probably going to clip this up so you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna save your questions for the end once we get to it. So we're going to get to your questions at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Dabs will be joining us at some point throughout the video to discuss Gabriel Jesus also. So save your questions for Dabs. But yeah, so right now, six reasons why Arsenal should sign Raphinha. In my opinion, Raphinha, there's a lot of reasons why we should sign him. I could probably list you way more than 6 reasons. But right now, I'm just going to list you these first 6 reasons, right? In my opinion, Raphinha coming to Arsenal, first thing that he would offer us quality.
He does look good in that kit, though. Oh.
He would offer us quality. We currently, if you look, this is currently our leading goal scorers above us, and they don't have enough goals in the team. We don't have enough goals in the team. We don't have enough quality overall in the team. And what he offers us is more quality in the team and more goals, more chance creation, more overall. And this is something that was key and crucial that we needed for last season. Also, he potentially gives us more squad depth. If you look at this would potentially be what the Arsenal's first 11 could look like with Raphinha, Saka, and Jesus in. And this is probably what our rotation options would look like with him in. And this is something that is crucial for us going forward. We need rotation, especially if we're going to be in Europe. Now, Bukayo Saka and Raphinha, we've spoken about the situation, but Bukayo Saka's contract, this gives us now more, shows Bukayo Saka we are matching the ambition, and this might give him more reason to stay at Arsenal, showing that we're bringing in quality players that match the ambition, that can play in plenty of player positions, and definitely helps out. Next thing, he is a Premier League proven player, ladies and gentlemen, and he's already playing for the Brazilian national team and Leeds, relegation candidates, but of course he carried them and helped them get out of there, showing that he's a talisman that can do it in the Premier League. His underlining statistics are up there with some of the best in world football. If you actually look at this, he has similar. He's the only person who had 100+ shots, 100+ take-ons, and 100+ chances created. The only other person to do that in the Premier League was Sadio Mane, and he is a prototypical winger that is already showing that he's up there. Stylistically, he's very well suited to the way we play. He will fit in perfectly. He's a player who does the high press. He's somebody who on the ball can defend, off the ball he can play well, on the ball he can play well, and he's very versatile. And his calm composure in front of goal, finishing ability is something that we don't have in our thing. And if you just look at the underlining numbers, you can see here his pressing numbers. You can see over here his defensive contributions with his ball recoveries, interceptions, disruption. This is something from a winger. You don't see that. You don't usually see that from wingers. And finally, my final point on the Raphinha to Arsenal, why it's such a good deal. He scored 11 goals last season in Leeds. That's 1 goal less than our top goal scorer last season in all comps in Bukayo Saka. So he would be a welcome addition to our attack. He'll boost our attack. And at the Emirates, when he's playing next to guys like Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and others, sky's the limit. But yeah, that's the end of the thread. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I'm just gonna end that there. We're gonna bring in DAPS. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. Remember, continue to hit that like button. We are going to save all your questions for the end. So put your questions in the chat. DAPS, welcome, DAPS. How are you?
You saying? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. You good?
Let me
good
just
Saturday.
Good Saturday, bro. Talk to me, DAPS. How are you feeling about Gabriel Jesus coming to Arsenal? And don't worry, he's safe in our hands.
This is my main thing. As long as he's safe in your fan base's hands, I think your fan base has started to warm to it. It's taken. I know it's a bit split, but that's the thing with me. I've been a Jesus fan from the moment he landed. I feel it's the right time. We don't want him to go. Yeah, let me be clear. City fans don't want him to go. I'd actually say City fans are less split on Jesus than they are on Raheem. Most City fans don't want Raheem to go as well, but there are some. With Jesus, I don't really hear, but at the same time, we get it. He's put in such a shift for us, never complained, and I feel it's the right time. It's like when we let Zeko go, and it was like, you know what? You've earned the right to go and be that number 9 now. Like, If he stayed, I mean, anyone that says he wouldn't play for us next season is not. He'd start for us next season. I'm not saying every game, but apart from De Bruyne, Rodri, Ederson, you'd struggle to find any City player that starts every game, right? So he wouldn't start every game, but I wouldn't be surprised if when it comes to Liverpool home and away, Pep starts him again if he stayed. So I will be doing a show on him because he's one of my City favourites. You were just talking about what you get in Raphinha. This is the thing. Looks like you're buying a lot of players that know how to press very well from the front.
I think as well with the Raphinha deal, and the thing I like about it the most is the fact that it's so Fergie-esque. Like just getting the best player from a team that's struggling and just take the cream of the crop throughout the league. And it's something that Arsenal have not done for God knows how long.
So on the Raphinha one, just quickly, because I know you've already done that one, but just to speak on it, hold tight, Gunnar Lee. He said to me about 2 weeks ago now that one is a lot closer than anyone thinks, right? A lot closer than anyone thinks. Someone he knows had given him some information about. I won't go too much into it, but it was, and people were saying kind of, why would he go to Arsenal when he's been linked with this club, that club, this club, that club? And I kind of jumped to his defense and said, you know why he might come? Because it's fine being linked with clubs, right? But Raphinha's been being linked with Liverpool for 2 years and then had to watch Liverpool go out and buy other players. And at what point does a player kind of go, do you know what? All this paper talk's great, but maybe it's Arsenal have gone and actually, put their pen where their mouth is, or whatever it is. They've gone and said, here's a contract. We believe in you. We want you. And we have to be clear with all these Brazilian players, Raphinha, Jesus, Richarlison, and any of the kind of, the not nailed on Brazilian boys, they've got a World Cup in a couple of months, right? Yeah. This is the one transfer window where players are actually, usually the summer transfer window comes after the World Cup, right? So it's kind of like whatever, we go where the money's good, or because you've got a few years to. Right now, this is the first time that players have got, you know what, we've got a transfer window in 3 months to get ourselves nailed on. And I think that's the thing. So Arsenal, I'll keep saying it on every podcast I do, Arsenal are showing such intent in the transfer window by actually getting business done. And it's that simple, and not just one deal, multiple deals. They're trying to. I
just want to show a graphic because I love showing graphics. This is a Gabriel Jesus all comps since joining Man City. I looked at his actual numbers per season, bro. He's actually put up numbers for you guys. Like when he plays, he scores.
He's one of these players that can also he can score. When he does score, he can score 2 or 3 in a game. Like, look, Igawa, it feels like we've done about 7 shows on him.
Do these numbers do him justice? That's my question. And can you see him?
You don't need numbers to do him justice, man.
Just watch him.
This is a thing. Just watch him and watch his, and appreciate. Yeah. So. Right, so you're getting Jesus, you're potentially getting Raphinha. If you don't get Raphinha, you're gonna get someone else in that position because that you're showing you want another. This isn't it. You got Saka, you got Martinelli. The one thing is, I do think, and the more I've even speaking with Steve, we agreed we can sense that he might go somewhere else in the Premier League and surprise a lot of the league. Because I'll always go back to his first season when he arrived in England, and from I think January it was Sterling, Jesus. Sane, Jesus, Sterling, and he scored 9 and 11 when he was being played through the middle. Then he got an injury early in the season after that, and then since then, kind of he has been playing more out wide. But I think with a striker, especially with him, he's spoken it before. He puts a lot of pressure on himself. So if Arteta backs him and says play through the middle. Yeah, when he arrived, people were comparing him to Fat Ronaldo. Put it that way. He was a poacher.
Let me just stop you there. Gabriel Jesus, we just seen the numbers. This is all competition. Do you back him to get over or under 14 league goals next year? Over or under 14.5 league goals next season?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put that question in the poll because the first question I had wasn't as good. This question's a lot better. But do you guys believe he will get over 14.5 goals in the Premier League next season? Because in my opinion, Gabriel Jesus could easily get 15 plus league goals in a season. I think the man, his best ever goal tally in the Premier League is 14, and this is him playing 10 of those games as a substitute, playing 32 games in the league overall. And his minutes to goals is probably one of the best out of all the top teams, out of all the top strikers in the league. I personally think Gabriel Jesus comes in next season, all comps, it's realistic to expect anywhere between 15 to 20 goals.
Oh, easily. I think with him playing through the middle, 100%. But the other thing you will find is his runs are so intelligent. The space he leaves for other players, your goals will go up next season by the fact that he's there as well. Because
that's actually a really good
his runs are unbelievable, man. Some of Aguero's goals and other City goals will have come off of the fact of Jesus's clever running off the ball and dragging players out of position. I think it's
brilliant at it. No, it's really good that you mentioned DAPS as well, because it kind of ties up to what I'm about to say in regards to like what Arteta said the other day was that the targets, if he wants to catch up with the likes of Liverpool, Man City, he has to be scoring 90 to 100 goals. The team need to. And what he said is it's not relied on one player, it's the whole squad. The whole squad needs to find goals, right? Now, like Dap says, with Jesus, because he does make those runs, he drags two defenders with him and he just opens up space on a wing. Saka's going to exploit that. Raphinha is going to exploit that. If he's on there, he will exploit it. Gabriel will do the same thing. And what you'll notice is maybe Gabriel Jesus won't get 20 plus goals in the first season. I personally don't think he will, but I think he will get around about 15 to 18 and quite a few assists, like 10 odd assists. But what you'll see is, because he's in that team, you'll see Saka's numbers go up to about 15 as well. You'll see Gabriel Martinelli start hitting double figures and maybe more assists. Raphinha would get double figures. And then you'll see other players get more goals, which is the main thing. That's what City do. That's finesse. It comes from everywhere. I think, who was their top scorer? Was it Gabriel Jesus, wasn't it? On 14.
No, it would have been Mahrez this season.
Let me just answer this question quickly, because this is a question since it's very on topic. This is his injury history, guys. My man, knock on wood, his injury record is amazing. Since 2016-17 season, he has missed 13 games, 12 games. That is for a fracture and a knee injury. He only missed 12 games with the knee injury. Then he had a groin strain, missed one, knock. So between when he came last year, the man only missed 10 games total? No.
And the thing to note is there's no reactivation of the knee ligament either.
And you know what it was with that as well? When the season he got his injury was the season that we were on Amazon Prime, right? And if you go back and find it when he got the injury, because he was flying, and when he got the injury, you could see it was his first, because he would have been probably only about 20 at the time. I think it was his first injury, and the first injury really hurts him. Yeah, you could see he was crying his eyes out on the pitch because it was like, shit, what does this mean? And when he came back, that's when I talk about how his confidence dropped, because I think you've seen it with a few of your players. Well, who was the noticeable one years ago?
Jack Wilshere.
No.
Diaby.
Diaby.
No. It was a younger Brazilian who played for you.
Baptista? No, not Eduardo, yeah. No, but he was Croatian. He was Croatian.
He was Croatian Brazilian, but it was Eduardo. And when he got injured, when he came back, you just saw the confidence in him dropped so much. But with Jesus, I feel like when he came back, he was nervous, but he allowed that. He kind of wasn't going in for challenges and allowed himself to warm back into it.
Let me just stop you there for a second. People in the chat are saying under. People are saying 15, so that's over. We got some people are saying 25 all comps, 10 assists. We're going to get onto his assists. Definitely
all comps.
Definitely gets 15 goals in the league. Sterling can't. Why are we talking about Sterling? 30 goals, all comps. That is a little bit ambitious. Someone says he scores 11, in my opinion, so that's a little low. I think Jesus will reach 20 goals. That's probably all comps, I'm assuming. But yeah, anyways, Dabs, just before we end off, I wanted to make something clear. Gabriel Jesus, he is a big game player. He is somebody who predominantly has played on the wing for you guys. But is it true that he prefers to play as a winger, or is that just something he said to make people happy?
I heard he said that to the Brazilian manager, that he's told the Brazilian manager that, but look, him and Arteta have a relationship, yeah? This deal hasn't been done overnight. There's been conversations going on back and forth. He's chose Arsenal for a reason, and we all think the reason is to play through the middle, right? So if he wants to play through the middle, he wants to secure his place for Brazil. I presume he's very happy to play through the middle. The thing is, at City, with City's style, maybe that suited him more. But I think trust in your manager, right? Trust in Jesus. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this season. And I hope he does as well. As long as Arsenal's fan base don't turn on him, I hope he does. The other thing you get with him, though, is you're getting a player that has won 4 Premier Leagues, right? You're getting a player that knows how to play a system that's kind of similar to the one that Arteta's trying to play. So he's going to hit the ground running. I have no doubt whatsoever, because he came in, arrived from Brazil and went straight in our team. And that was when he was 19 or something. So he's going to hit the ground running. The pressing is sensational. And I think he's going to shock a lot of Arsenal fans and a lot of Premier League rival fans as well. So
there you go. Thank you, Dad, for joining us. Did you have anything else to ask, Monty, before we go? Because
there's just been some breaking news. So from Chris Wheatley, he's just tweeted contract talks for William Saliba are progressing well, and that he will remain at Arsenal next season. He will be there next season, and then the contract talks for extension are in process.
I've got a question, but it's on Saka.
Go on.
I think we touched on it last week, and I got asked it yesterday, because we keep being linked with Saka, right? Mm-hmm. Now, and I was shocked when I found out that he hadn't signed a new contract, because I thought he had. Do you think this is agents trying to get him a bumper deal at Arsenal?
Probably, yeah. I don't see him leaving Arsenal just because. Yeah, he's you know what I mean. He's the star boy. Like I just don't see it. And unlike Grealish, that's for Aston Villa going to City. It's like this is Arsenal. You know what I mean? But still a big club with a big heritage. So like, and the number 7 is a really important number as well. But yeah, I don't see him going out. But if he ever did, whoever got him would get, honestly, one of my opinion, one of the brightest prospects in the world at the moment.
Most intelligent players for his age. It's just when I think about it and think about Saka, England, World Cup, why would he want to move right now for me? And any of the links, I just think, because he's still got, is it still 2 or 3 years he's got on his contract? Yeah, he just hasn't signed a new big boy contract, and he keeps being linked with City. And I don't really get it, because it's not something we're looking for at the moment. And I just feel I don't trust agents in the summer. I don't trust agents at the best of time. And I think this is his agent trying to push for him to get a big boy deal at Arsenal by linking a few big clubs with him. And I just wanted your opinion on it, because it's.
I don't personally. Yeah, I don't think I've seen him leaving, but I think what is a real worry, if he doesn't sign his contract this year and we don't get Champions League, then that would be a concern. But because he needs to be playing in the Champions League. Like, someone of his caliber needs to be in that league. So I think what I think is we're waiting on is Saka wants to see that we'll be putting in intent to actually show them that we are trying to keep up with the likes of Liverpool and City.
You're showing them that at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, like, that will sort of convince Saka into signing a new contract. It's like, okay, yeah, you're being serious, because, like you said, he wants to be playing for the biggest games. Like, if a player of his quality, he would go to the likes of Barcelona and just completely rip it up. Like, that's how good he is. So I think the fact that we've got him is.
And is he going to play on the left next season, by the way?
He can play anywhere. Yeah. He can play 10. He could play left. He could play on the wing. He could play on the right. He could play left back, wing back, and he'll still be one of the best players on the pitch. It's insane how versatile he is.
I agree with you. I mean, that's why I think he's amazing. For someone to switch from playing left back to right winger at his age, I mean,
it's mental.
It's crazy. That shows football IQ of the next level. Yeah.
Let me just move on. But Dabs, honestly, do appreciate you coming on.
No. Keep up the good work. The hardest working man this summer in YouTube. So salute to you, Igal. And catch you tomorrow night on Vibes from the 6. People,
100%.
Never a foul. I've just hit 3K. We're very far away from Igal, but we've got a show at 10 o'clock, a Q&A show. Never a foul on YouTube. Please join us there. And Igal, have a good evening. And
good job, Dabs.
Have a good evening, bro.
You too, bro. Take care, man.
Just going back to the Saliba thing, you said Saliba. This is the news with Saliba. So if you should just read that quickly for me.
So William Saliba's contract talks are going positively, with the Frenchman set to return for pre-season training shortly. The French defender will be at Arsenal for the 22-23 season, as confirmed by Mikel Arteta and the people close to the player. Big news.
Big news.
Honestly, if you think with the centre-backs we've got, in terms of potential, I mean, they're not quite proven yet. We've got one of the best centre-back pair, like, depths in the league. I'm not joking.
Yeah, we definitely do, because when it comes down to it, nobody has somebody. You know what? Maybe you could say Liverpool.
Well, they got Van Dijk, yeah.
Liverpool have Van Dijk, Matip, and thing, but like after Liverpool have Van Dijk, Matip, and thing, you go to
Matip and Gomez and
City. They got Diaz, Laporte, and Stones. And then I would say we're right up there after Liverpool and City. We're right up there with the best center back pairings.
100%. And people, if it's on anyone ever mentions United and says Varane, Maguire, I'll slap you. Like this, that's not even. Don't get out of here. Just get out of here. Don't even put that in here. Chelsea.
Yeah, that's some really good news. Let's just go to the Martinez news, and then we're gonna get to all the questions, because there's a lot of questions. Is this channel Arteta in channel, Arteta out? I'll tell you this right now. This channel is an Arsenal channel, so we're going to discuss people who are Arteta in are going to come on, and people who are Arteta out are going to come on. It's a combination of both. So realistically, I still back the manager. I know you still back the manager, but we usually have people on like a lot of people in the chat right now. Like I know AK is not too fond of the manager. I know some people in here are very fond of the manager.
Man, like AK, you know.
There you
nice.
Go.
Big up.
But yeah, big up AK. He always supporting the channel. Everyone who's supporting the channel. We're gonna get to your points, but yeah, let's go on to the Martinez point quickly. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Julian Laurent is the most recent update with Martinez. Am I wrong? So Arsenal are continuing to push for the signing of Arsenal are continuing to push. Continuing to pursue a deal with Leeds forward Raphinha, and remain confident in adding him to their ranks, and also keen to sign Ajax defender, Ajax center back, Lisandro Martinez. So yeah, that is that. Plus, did you hear any other updates on?
No, not yet on that. So with the Martinez, I can't remember who it was, but they were tweeting out that there was going to be like serious conversations within sort of the last 48 hours, which there have been.
I heard there was going to be an improved bid. I don't.
Yeah. That's after the conversation. I think we're going to see it, but I think that they're just more focusing on Raphinha. They're doing it one at a time. They're going bit by bit in the other ones, but their main focus. They're like, look, right, okay, we need to close this. Once that's done, and that shows intent, and then they can get Martinez, because that's the main thing. Because we've done it so quickly, it shows intent quickly because obviously before other teams can jump onto your deal, you're going, look, we've just got this guy in. We want you in now, and we're going to go get them as well. You know what I mean? Okay. We've been talking to all of them at the same time.
Let me show you what I seen. So this is what I seen with the Martinez thing. It says they're speaking about Raphinha and Martinez together in every paragraph now. So they're saying Arsenal are preparing to submit an offer for both Raphinha and Lisandro Martinez. The opening bids have been rejected from Leeds and Ajax,
respectively.
The stories here in detail for both parties, plus info on interest in Nuno Tavares and Saliba. So I don't think Saliba are going to go anywhere. But
can I just talk about that William Saliba thing? What I thought was really funny was how Olympique Marseille were like, we're going to come with big financial backing, and then there's been reports that they're going to pay 30 million. 30 million. I'm not getting out of bed for that, bro. For William Saliba, I'm not. People are talking 60 million, mate. Not even 60 million. This guy has the potential to be someone like Van Dijk. Like, that's how good he is. That's 100 million minimum. Because you're not going to replace that player. You're not going to replace him.
So yeah, just before we go on to the chat, I'm just going to tell you guys, Arsenal have already guys, this is looking like exciting stuff. I'm going to pull up the tweet that you made, because this is looking like an exciting window. This window, guys, is, if you're not excited by this window, I know we haven't done nothing yet, but still, if you can't get excited over the transfer window right now, what are you going to ever get excited about?
It's still June. It's still June.
Look at the potential of what we could be doing. Saliba could be getting a new contract. Bukayo Saka could be getting a new contract. Matt Turner has already been signed. Big up to the people watching from Jamaica. We got Marquinhos. We got Fabio Vieira. We got Gabriel Jesus. 4 deals done. Then you have Raphinha, second bid is going to go in. Lisandro Martinez, another bid is going to go in.
After the
At
talks.
this moment in time, the Yuri Tillemans contract has cooled. Interest has
But
cooled.
watch out for that. It's a slow burner.
Definitely. Ozyman, interest has cooled, but that is very interesting because if his contract has been taken off, if he can move as a free, that will be interesting. And also the Hickey thing depends on game time and outgoings, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Brooke Norton-Cuffy. If Brooke Norton-Cuffy comes in and he steps up, there's no point for Hickey. There's no point. I mean, they're probably going to assess whether he needs another loan. But Brooke Norton-Cuffy is a good player. He's a good player. So it's another potential hell end player coming into the starting team.
What did you call him? You didn't
Brooke
say
Norton-Cuffy.
No, instead of Haaland, you said Harlan.
Did I?
Okay,
Yeah, no.
let's go to outgoings now. Outgoings. Torreira, Nicolas Pepe, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Hector Bellerin, and Martinez. Those
not Martinez, Mari, Pablo Mari.
Those seem like the outgoings. So in my opinion, when it comes to outgoings, Torreira, not anytime soon. We still have to wait and see. Pepe, I would take 25 mil.
25 mil, absolute minimum 20. But if we're doing it for 20, I want some form of sell-on fee or bonus in regards to how many goals he's scoring or whatever.
Okay. And then finally, when it comes to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, get rid. Bellerin, get rid. Mari, get rid. For any price. Just get rid of them.
We've got Runarsson, but I just didn't have the characters. But you got Runarsson going as well. Also as well, they're gonna listen to interest for a player like Xhaka. They'll listen to interest. Doesn't mean he's going, but they'll listen to it for sure.
Okay. And now it's the question portion. We got about 17 comments we got to get through. So the first comment, Igal, I'm not sure about any of the signings, mate. Do you really think we can pull them off this time? I really do believe we can pull off these signings because at the beginning of the window, I was more or less cautious, but now I'm more confident than ever that we can actually do this window. And guess what, guys? We don't know what the club is going to spend. We don't know who this club is going to sign until we see them holding up the shirt. I get that.
Who cares what the club's going to spend? It's not your money.
That is also true. That is also true. But my point is, we are in a land of unknown. This is unprecedented. Arsenal have not done this ever. So if we can break our transfer record and sign 6 or 5 players for around 200 million, I'm all for it. And do I think it's going to happen? I really do believe it's going to happen. Call it whatever you will. Call it hope. I believe.
I think as well that the reason that some of these deals, although have actually happened quite quickly, but the sort of the finites between the prices, because obviously we're trying to make sure we're not spending as much. I think it is because there is, and they said it in the last press conference, Mikel Arteta literally said, we've got certain resources, not unlimited, we've certain resources. So saving £5 million, say on the Tielemans, people are saying, why don't you just pay 30 million? Well, that 5 million could change the fact that decreases the wage budget. So they can't actually buy these players. You know what I mean? There's Tim Lewis at the top who's gotten all the money, and he's basically gone, this is what you need to do. This is how much you need to spend. So that's why the Gabriel Jesus took a bit of a pull and tug. So AK, man, trust.
Let me just move on. Cristiano Ronaldo to Chelsea. Advantage Chelsea or United on that one? I say advantage United.
No, Chelsea, mate. Cristiano Ronaldo's still a baller, bro. He's still a baller. You can't slander him, bro. Like he carried United. Like if he goes to Chelsea with Tuchel, could cook. As their striker.
Gnabry or Raphinha? I did a TikTok on this. So Gnabry would cost around 35 million pounds. Raphinha would cost around 64, but wages Gnabry would cost you around 250, where Raphinha will cost you around 150 mark. So do you want to pay more fee or more wages? Which one? And are the two players? I think Raphinha right now.
Raphinha's more exciting.
Raphinha is not as good as Gnabry, but Raphinha off the ball defensively is more suited to the way that we play than Gnabry is. I personally think
Gnabry is more complete. He's a more complete player now. He's ready. He'd be a better player now, but I think Raphinha would be the more exciting transfer because his ceiling is so high.
Are we actually going to get Raphinha? How close? I think it's very close, and I think right now it's just if we put enough money down and Leeds accept the bid if he doesn't wait for Barcelona and he signs the deal. Because right now it's a waiting game. If Barcelona come in, he's going to go to Barcelona.
Look, as well, the thing to notice as well is that, and it's prevalent through most of the transfers that we've done throughout sort of Mikel Arteta's reign, we've never done more than 2 bids for a player. We haven't gone in for 3-4 bids that I can really think of, and that's because with that second bid, that they're getting down to the realistic number. They're like, look, okay, this is where we entry came up to. This is what you want. Now this is where we can come up to, and they go, yeah, but we want this. And then you have another little chat, and then you finally put that bid in because you go, okay, we've come to, yeah, I think this is okay, and then we put it through. So with Raphinha and with the updates coming today that he's open to come in, I think as well, with the fact that we do have Edu, who's so close with the Brazilian team, he was literally a part of it, and the coaching side as well, so he knows the setup, he knows TT very well. With Jesus coming in, Martinelli, Gabriel in defence, 7 Portuguese speakers on the squad, he's going to fit a home straight away. That will also give him, they're going to give him a lot of time. And if you're TT stepping at him, watching Arsenal, for the choices, you're going to go, okay, well, Martinelli, Jesus and Raphinha already played together. Why don't we just use that front three? You don't have to, what's broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? And that was what England used to do with the England back line we had. They just dropped him in.
Let me just stop you there, bro, because you're gonna say everything you need to say about this deal before we get through all the questions. I'm just gonna do quick fire ones. Do you think we will sign Gabriel Jesus before September 1st? Bro, he's signing very soon, imminent. Do you think we're going to get Tielemans? I still think the Tielemans deal is dependent on if Arsenal submit £25 million bid, if Leicester will accept it or not. That's pretty much what I think it is.
Yeah.
Moving on, we've already spoken about Raphinha and Gnabry. Who would you rather have? I would rather have
Raphinha.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would be an absolute liar if I told you I didn't want Gnabry.
Oh, 100%.
But Raphinha, I'm more sold on the fact that he's Premier League proven, that he already plays the play style that Arteta likes. And I did a whole segment on this earlier. So I think Raphinha is perfect for Arsenal. I'd rather have him.
Yeah, agreed.
We got a question. Is a CDM a priority? Is it a priority? I agree with you. We need better right now than what we have in Lokonga and Elneny. But I think that's the plan. I think the plan is to go with Lokonga and Elneny for another season, or to see them improve. Hopefully, if they improve in Lokonga improving, or if Elneny can do what he did last season at the end and show us that he's very qualified in that DM role, we might be able to get through it. But we need to improve the first team first before we look at strength and depth.
Yeah, I think that with that, it's a case of Arteta's just wanting to make sure he doesn't overplay party, and like with Sambi and Elneny, they can step in and do a job, and they have shown us that they can do that. With Sambi as well, he's developing like much better. He's in training now. You know what I mean? He'll be putting on a bit of pounds, so I think he'll be more than adequate next year to step in. And with Elneny as well, he's shown us before. He's just reliable. He's not exciting. He's not electric, but he's reliable.
If Torreira stays, I
don't see it.
I don't see it either. Lisandro Martinez or Zinchenko. Zinchenko is no longer coming to Arsenal to sit on the bench. That is a reality. So it is Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah, Zinchenko looks like he's going to Everton, I think.
Possibly, yeah. Because he's going to guaranteed minutes in the midfield and left back. Seems like that is their place where Man City sells some of their dead wood. Because they sold what's his name? Fabian Delph there also. What is your thoughts on the club linked with 4 players worth 100 million? I think the club is going to spend a large portion of money this summer. That is a reality.
Yeah. I'll take it back at the start of May, honestly. I was told we're going to spend most likely the most again, but they won't do it stupidly. I was told they won't just spend. Well, I mean, I was told we're going to spend a shitload. That was actually what I was told. And I said as much as last year, and they said if not more. So
do you feel this would be a surprise signing this? What do you feel there would be a surprise signing this summer? There already has been. Fabio Vieira, surprise signing, came out of absolutely nowhere. Would you rather have Fabian Ruiz or Tielemans? I think Fabian Ruiz is a better player than Tielemans.
I would take Fabian Ruiz personally.
Same.
I mean, Tielemans has got what you need, proven, but Fabian Ruiz is a really good player. Like if you actually watch him, he's a fantastic player.
Reece Nelson, I think his days are done at Arsenal. I would
Yeah.
say.
I think what you might see is maybe another loan to PSV, maybe because he's got a contract where we can extend a year or we can activate a year. So maybe we do that and see if he does blow up in PSV, because he was catching on to some form towards the end of the year. So if he goes back and then does well, then we could see maybe an opportunity for him. But if not, he'll probably go for like a fee of 10 million.
Okay. Lisandro Martinez, yeah, as left back, surely. I think he can play DM, center back, and left back, depending on what formation we play. But yeah, I do think he'll come in most likely as a backup left back or a jack of all trades. He could be our James Milner. But do you have an issue with his height?
I mean, his height is a worrying thing, but when you actually look at his aerial percentage, he's like 89% aerial. He's small, but he's got hops, and I don't know what it kind of reminds me of. And I'm not comparing the player because the player was fantastic. It was Carvalho. It wasn't necessarily the biggest player, but his presence, it was like in your face. It was just, he constantly put people under pressure, and because his low center of gravity, he can turn. Like his ball control, it's almost like he's a number 10, because he gets the ball in like as a centre back, just gets it, turns around, leaves the striker for dead, and then just his mind just turns into a computer, and he just maps the pitch and just goes, right, I'll ping it over to you, and he just heads it straight over. Now he's an unreal talent. I think he'll be great for us, to be honest.
By the way, man said Hezbollah or Martinez. That completely went over my head. I was just trying to make by the way, I shouldn't have said that. That's rude. But yeah, Craig saying the Italian police are still investigating Napoli. My question is, if he's a free transfer, does he pick Arsenal, or does he go to PSG or Chelsea or
who's this? Ruiz? Victor Osimhen. I mean, you've got PSG. Sure, he could pick them.
He's already played in the French league, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, if we ended up able to even outdo PSG with all their money.
Update.
Go on.
Gabriel Jesus could be announced on Monday. No way.
Let's go.
Imagine.
Before preseason as well. That means he'll be able to start preseason.
Oh shit! It was someone playing a joke on me.
Oh, what we got here actually?
No, it's
it is. It's João Branco, yeah. Brazilian
Where
trio Arsenal tight. It looks like Jesus could be announced on Monday, and the club will continue to try Raphinha with a chance of getting a Leeds player too.
I am gassed. Raphinha too.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys what I'm looking at right now. A special announcement. So yeah, Gabriel Jesus could be announced on Monday. On Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see what I'm showing you? Look at that. Jesus could be announced on Monday. That is exciting. That is exciting, ladies and gentlemen. That is exciting. That was well worth the waiting through the Q&A to hear that part. But yeah, just before we finish up the Q&A, are you not? I am getting more and more excited about this transfer, bro. I didn't think Gabriel Jesus will get the fan base excited, but it seems like
not just that as well.
Signing is like better than a gift on a holiday.
It's well, on top of that, because we've signed a player like that, it then opens up everyone else's eyes, like other targets. They're going, oh, damn, you serious? Oh, Daddy Stan putting money down. Yeah, Daddy Stan is putting money down. Let's go. We're eating good tonight, bro.
Who says that? Nobody says that, do they? Who says that? Who the hell says Daddy Stan? What the fudge?
Mate, he's getting the bank out. He's not, you know what I mean? He's like, he's spent his money with the Rams. He's spent it with Colorado Avalanche. He's like, do you know what? Have some of that, Arsenal. You know, have some of that.
All right, yo, guys, we got a couple more questions. I am not sponsored by anybody, but yes, I am wearing a Puma shirt today. Balogun, what does this mean for Balogun?
For Balogun, I think for him, it's just a case of he'll get a loan and he needs to step up. He needs to step up. If he steps up, I think he'll get an opportunity. But he needs to step up, simple as. I mean, he went to Middlesbrough, he did okay. He didn't blow out the world. But I even said this. I've said this for a while. Edin Nketiah is better than Balogun. I have said that.
I agree. I agree. Eddie Nketiah is better than Balogun. I don't think there's really a debate there. Is there? Do people actually debate?
No, but no, in terms of people thought like the prospect and the potential, they will say like Balogun has better opportunity. I don't see it. I mean, Eddie Nketiah broke all of our youth records. You know what I mean? Like, guy was unreal.
Wait. So do you think people actually go out there and say Balogun currently is better than Eddie Nketiah?
I don't know now, but I remember back in Spaces last year, because you knew me, I was a big Eddie Nketiah fan. Still am. I love the guy. And a lot of people be like, nah, Balogun needs to stay, get rid of Eddie Nketiah, sell him. And you're like, bro, like Eddie Nketiah is better than Balogun. Like, in my opinion, anyway.
Okay. And then, so that's it for today. Big up to everybody. Every single one of you guys in the chat. Big up to all you guys. We got 711 of you guys in the chat. This has actually been a great show. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been amazing today. And do me a favor, give me a follow on Twitter at EGTVEGAL. Give Monty a follow on Twitter. Just find him at Monty
_official_.
Monty_official_. I'm also on TikTok. I am also on YouTube, obviously, since you guys are watching here already on YouTube. And that's it for today. Do me a favor, also hit that like button on your way out. We've entertained you guys for a full hour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This has been a great update, and we will be back tomorrow with another video but this time we're going to talk about every club. We're going to talk about Manchester United not doing any business. We're going to talk about Liverpool's transfer window being over. We're going to talk about Chelsea being in the mud. We're going to talk about Man City are ridiculous. How the hell they got Haaland, Alvarez, and what's his name, the other guy, for less than 120 mil. What's his name? Calvin Phillips.
Oh, Calvin Phillips, yeah. And they got Grealish as well. I mean, I think Grealish will have a good season next season, to be honest.
And we're going to talk about Tottenham's amazing transfer window, where they signed.
And they got a 33-year-old centre forward who's now been converted to a fullback. Please,
anyways,
come on, where's the intent?
We're out of here, people. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys on the flip side. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.